The reason why is this, because when you do less, people get insecure at the fact that you're not doing much. So then they start doing more in the hopes that they could get a reciprocation on your end, and they could be and it could soothe their insecurities, right? So when you're dating someone, you'll notice that there's something that's missing. They're not doing enough, and you can sense that inside. So rather than walking away, you react with doing more. And then you keep doing this because you're almost like stuck in an addictive pattern where sometimes they do give you something. Sometimes it does work, but because it works sometimes, you turn delusional and think that you're like a gambler. Sometimes you get rewarded, but most of the time you get nothing in return. So so that's the kind of dynamic that it has. But also, the fact that they're not doing much creates a sense of insecurity in you. And remember, insecurity is a source of romanticism. When you feel insecure because they're not doing much, then you start doing more, because insecurity causes you to get romantic, causes you to think creatively outside the box, causes you to pay attention to them. So their lack of effort causes you to put more effort in the hopes that they put more effort. But what happens is that there's no end to that. It becomes a lifelong pattern. And in order to break that, you need to learn to control your emotions. First of all, you need self-control. Okay? And this is why. When the biggest difference between when you like the person versus when you don't like them, it's just that you have more self-control. You are more in control of your faculties. You are more in control of your nonverbal cues, right? You are more in control with your patience. You have more patience. You're able to think more clearly. And there's less nervous tension in your face. But when we really like the person, we tend to do more than necessary. We tend to create a situation where they take us for granted. And this is why. Is that when you like someone, you are bound to you are under the control of intense emotions. And if you don't have any self-control, you're not going to notice how you behaving differently. You're not going to notice how you're giving them the creepy psycho looks, and you think you're looking at them like this, but in reality you look at them like that, right? And the way you text, everything about is fundamentally different, but you cannot tell the difference. Just like a crackhead can't tell that he's acting like a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? He thinks he's talking to you like this, when in reality he's talking to you like this, like that. And that disconnection from reality tends to push people away. But also, it's also the aloofness, right? When you don't try that much, usually there's an aloofness that you give out. You give an air of aloofness. When you don't try too much, when you don't try to make something happen, I'm telling you, it comes across as an aloofness and above all, a detachment, right? That can be perceived from their point of view as intriguing, as mysterious, as alluring, sparking curiosity and desire for their attention, right? Additionally, their ability to remain composed, even when you cancel, even when you pull away, and the ability for them to remain unaffected by your pulling away or by you in general, may be interpreted as strength and control. Qualities that some people might find attractive. Even the fact some people, when you don't like them, even the fact that you forget things about them, maybe you forget their names, maybe you forget their birthday, maybe whatever you forget, they don't see that as them not, like, as you being an asshole. They see that as them not being enough. In other words, there's nothing you could do wrong. Okay? And let's just say you date that same person, right? You date them and you're aloof in one area. Like, you date them and you act aloof. And then in the B scenario, let's just say the same person, but like we're experimenting, you act more interested. What will happen is that there will be two different scenarios. The one where you act more, where you put less effort, what you're going to notice is that this person puts more effort. Or they leave. So there's no middle ground. They're either going to put way more effort and you're going to sense a disbalance, or they're going to leave. But then when you're in a situation where the same person, same situation, but now you're putting a lot of effort, what you'll notice is that they're going to take you for granted. You'll notice they're later to the dates. You'll notice the facial expressions over time get less and less. Their tone of voice changes. You want a person, when they like you, you want them to have the gay accent. What's a gay accent? Well, easy there, calm down, trying to cancel me. The gay accent is when someone's gay, how do you know? Well, I've studied this. Personal experience? No, just Google it. Google shit, man. Google the gay accent. It says that the difference is that when a gay guy's gay guys, they have more inflection in their voice. Oh my God, I cannot believe it. It's incredible. Oh my God, sounds very comfortable, right? But when the straight people, they usually have less inflection. They usually more like this. But when gay, for some reason, they just have like this. And that is across all cultures. Across all culture. So you have gay guys, oh, in India, oh la la, how are you, my friend? Oh, that's incredible, right? You got the Asian gay guys, oh, hello, oh my God, that's incredible, right? You got the British gay guys, hello, oh my God, I cannot believe it, you are looking fabulous. Sounds like a British accent, to be honest with you, right? And that is because they just have an inflection in the voice. When someone really, really is into you, what you'll notice is that they have that. Why? Because nervousness, right? Nervousness causes you to not be able to control those muscles. Understand this. When you are nervous, the way that nervousness works, emotions have an involuntary emotions control your muscles, okay? And low-level emotions control low-level muscles. And what are those low-level muscles? The fingers, these muscles. These are the things you cannot control, right? And the more intense the emotions, the more bigger muscles it will start to control. Intense emotions, bigger muscles, right? So you might be nervous. You like that. People can only tell you're nervous. No, you're not nervous. Oh, yeah, you're nervous. But the more nervousness you have, the bigger the muscles that emotion controls. Nervousness, now you're nervous, right? And so you see that with the throat. Any slight nervousness is perceived in the throat. Right? And you, or speaking highs, right? And so this is what happens when you like someone. There's a complete change. The nervousness. And that for some reason, when you behave this way, you tend to do more, and then it creates a disbalance in the relationship, right? What I'm trying to tell you is that this doesn't make people like you, okay? It just creates a type of dynamic in the relationship, all right? Meaning that when you do too much, you could date the same person, do a lot, and in the other scenario, you do little, and they're still gonna like you. The difference will be just that dynamics, where you're the one putting more effort. You're the one always pursuing. You're the one feeling like you're the one that won, and they're the one feeling like they did you a favor. By the way, people, if you guys want to become unforgettable to the person that you're dating, you're dating someone and you want to be unforgettable, work with me one-on-one. There you'll be able to get a one-on-one session, 30-minute session, 45-minute session, 1 hour session, 5-minute session. And there you'll be able to talk to me directly, give me your opinion about your problem, and I'll teach you how to improve your relationship. I'll tell you whether what you're doing is right or wrong. At the end of the day, you're going to get an honest opinion, because most people just don't tell you the truth because they like you and they want to be nice and don't want to hurt your feelings. You know what? The good thing, Father Alex, it's not here to make you happy. It's here to tell you the truth, okay? So if you want to book a call with me, click on the description down below where it says work with me one-on-one, or else they're going to leave you, all right? Okay. All right, click on the description. And that tends to repeat itself. The more it happens, the more it'll repeat itself. And eventually it'll become a self-fulfilling prophecy. So this takes discipline. You have to observe and notice, are they reciprocating what I'm giving them? That's the best way to go about this, through reciprocation. And if you don't know how to do that, well, then learn how to mirror people. Mirroring people, especially if you're the one that goes overboard too much, too often, mirroring people is your solution. Honestly, just mirror people. If you're the one that starts too fast, mirror people. If you're the one that's, I don't want to say that's too slow, that goes too slow, you need to go to therapy or talk to someone, right? Because that just means that you may have some attachment styles issues and you might need to develop more meditation practice and talk to someone to deal with that emotion. But generally speaking, if you're the one that's always needy and always like 5 steps ahead. You got to mirror people, man. And this is why you don't mirror people. It's because you're using your relationships as a way to deal with your emotions. You're using these relationships as a way to self-soothe. So the real purpose of this relationship isn't to connect with them, but to use them as a vessel, as a self-object, a way to deal with your emotions. And that, people can sense that. Some people take advantage of it. Some people resent that. It's never good to do that. The only time when it's good to do that is when you sensed, is you start slowly and you sensing reciprocation. You get help from them, and then they come to you as well. But the problem is that a lot of people just forget about the part of reciprocation. You need reciprocation, or else you're just going to create a type of dynamic that the person will not want to be around you because it's just too needy. It's too much of a burden for them. You know what I'm saying? And you could be the greatest person. You know how you say, oh, they just stop doing crack, they'll be perfect. There's a lot of people that say, yo, if this bitch just leaves me, sorry. If this girl just leaves me alone a little bit, she'll be perfect. People, it's always better to say less than necessary. It's always better to do less than what you have to do. Let them complain that you don't do enough and then do the rest. Don't be the type of person that they complain that you do too much. That's not the problem that we're asking for. Just learn to do less. And if they want you to do more, they're going to tell you. This is not a manipulation. This is giving people space, you know? And a lot of people won't like what I'm saying because in reality, they're just in a relationship to deal with their emotions. There's nothing wrong with that. But that you got to sense people. When you're really sad and depressed, you tend to ignore the signals people are sending you. It's like when you're dating a girl, for example, as a guy, and you know she doesn't want to talk to you. But because you're so desperate to talk to her, because you like her so much, you don't care the feedback. You know she's looking around and she's looking around. She doesn't want to talk to you. And you notice it that she doesn't want to talk to you. But you're hoping that you're wrong. And so a lot of people, they're just in a one-way relationship where they don't even give a fuck about the feedback you give. Why? It's not because they don't sense your feedback, but because accepting your feedback means I got to let go of this fantasy of mine. Learn to be happy with reality. Accept life as it is. You know, whatever it is, accept it as though you have chosen it. Right? Once you do that, I swear to you, there's going to be a looseness to your personality. You may not notice the difference because when true change happens, you don't notice it. When you really change from within, you don't notice it. There's a lack of self-awareness. When you really improve as a person, you don't notice it. You really don't. You just think everything's the same. You just feel happier. You just feel more at peace. But you don't notice that you're behaving differently. That's how you know it really happened. Because you didn't know before you were a needy, creepy person. So when that does change, the only thing that you'll notice is your feeling. Because what really changes when you give creepazoid energy is the nonverbal cues, the things that you have no control over. So focus on finding happiness from within, developing a meditation practice. It'll lower those creepy nonverbal cues. You will stop feeling the need to do too much once you fulfill your own needs through a meditation practice or practice loving kindness meditation that will develop self-love. And you'll notice you don't have to do a new strategy to get them to like you more, because just by you being happy within yourself, you'll start doing all the extra bullshit that creeps people out. Okay? All right, take it. All right, guys, we're going to have a brief intermission so that I could tell you guys about our new bundle that we're doing where you guys can purchase all of my courses and get it at a discount. So this bundle is pretty much the bundle where you could just buy all of my courses. You could buy Nice Guy, which is a training course on how to come across more assertive, how to come across more confident, how to not give off nice guy vibes. You guys can get access to Dark Game, which is my full dating course on how to meet women in different scenarios, how to attract women, how to make sure you don't come across as creepy, and essentially how to act like a man and not act like a doofus, to be quite honest with you. And you get all of these bonuses, which is the bonuses of Dark Game, the bonuses of Practical Mastery, which is about how to master a skill, Social Mastery, which is how to master your social life, and the Laws of Human Nature, which is a book club videos that I had dissecting Robert Greene's book. All of this is naturally at around naturally is at $346, but you guys can purchase this bundle and get it at what's the price again? Get it at $238 pretty much. So you guys can purchase it right now. It's a money back 30-day money back guarantee. It's a good way to, rather than just buying them individually and paying extra, you guys can just purchase everything at a discount price. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that I'm giving you a lot of information at the same time. That makes me kind of scared, because a lot of times people don't do the things that I teach when you get too much information. But I've gotten too many requests to do this, so I'm just satisfying you guys. Purchase it right now by clicking on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. All right, let's continue with the video.